Peace and blessings to all who viewing this. You already know this your boy Broad Day 23 coming back at you with that powerful information, man. I know I've been away for a little bit, man. I've been doing my own thing, man. I'm not even gonna front to you, man. Been trying to get everything going with myself and my business, man, and my company, man. Just trying to make a way for my daughter and make a way for my stepsons, man, to do something positive, man. So before I leave this earth, man, they could be like, yo, he was a positive dude. Because at the end of the day, man, a lot of shit that I used to do, man, it crowded a lot of people's judgment about me, man. A lot of people thought that I was just about the street life and causing ruckus on everybody else in the world and being a threat to society. But to be honest with you, man, that's not even the person that I really was, man. The person that I really was, man, was a person who had to get it how I was living at that point in time. I had to do things in order to succeed. I done been living in a $400,000 house, even though it wasn't mine. I was there with friends and we was all sharing it. But I done lived in a $400,000 house, and I done been homeless on the street. I done had to sleep on a bench. So I come from both sides of the fence, man, from the good life and the bad life, man. And every day I every day I strive to do something positive, man. And like even though I did a lot of wrong shit, man, that maybe got me a little bit of money at that point in time, man, it still was weighing heavy on my heart because I wanted to do something positive for myself and my community. And community is something that I want to talk about right now. I want to talk about the conscious community as a whole. I want to talk about, man, like what I see with the conscious community, what I think with the conscious community. And don't get me wrong, I'm not no, how can I say this? I'm not no angel, man. I'm not no like the perfect person, man. I still got faults, man. I still smoke, man. I still, party and do like a lot of bad shit, man. But one thing that I have witnessed, that I have changed, was my attitude, and a lot, I should say, about my self-indulgence and focus mainly my money on family. But I'm not going to sit up here and hold you, act like I'm no, like I'm like like I'm the perfect person in the world. I still got my faults. I still got bullshit that I do. I still got a lot of bullshit that I do and that I feel like I got to change for myself. But we're not talking about me right now. We're talking about this conscious community, man. Like when I first got hooked up with the conscious community, I was already studying. I was already studying African spirituality. I was also studying a little bit of science, histories, archaeology, delving into whole evolution and all of that, man, and reading up on those things and, broadening my mind. I never been a person that just took somebody's word for it. I always had to go search for the evidence myself. I never just took anybody's word for it because I know that in life people will lead you astray just so they can benefit off of what they done gave you. But, when I first got in tune with the conscious community and all that, I stumbled across who I stumbled across. I stumbled across Ray Hagans. And I know a lot of people got a lot of, stuff to say about Ray Hagans, but that's neither here nor there. I don't, I don't, condone what he may have done. I really, truly don't really know what he did. I heard that he was a cop or something like that. And I don't believe in people, and especially black people, being police, man. Police is trash. But I stumbled across him, and what took me and from him I went to Asher Kwesi and his wife. Started listening to them. And from them, that's where I learned about Dr. Ben and Dr. Henry Clark. And once I got with them, that's when I started learning about SETI. And once I got the SETI and all of that, man, that's when I, started learning about Sonetta TV, Polite, the Amin Ra Squad, Shakka Ahmose, and all of them. So I was already in tune with African spirituality before I ever even came to the conscious community, and I don't consider myself a part of the conscious community because I see a lot of bullshit that goes on in the conscious community. Like I see a lot of sucker shit, man. I see a lot of since I've known him the longest, even though he done did some fuck shit, I'm still gonna ride with him. My thoughts and views on the matter about how people do. And I'm really not gonna say no names. I could say names and I might say names because I really don't give a fuck at the end of the day how anybody feel. But I seen a lot of bullshit. Like when I first got into the conscious community, I'm gonna say this name. When I start really like watching Sonetta TV and all of that shit, at first I was in the groove, man. I was in the groove, bruh. Hold on, let me hit my protein shake. But I was in the groove, man. I was loving it, man. I was loving this African spirituality, all about black power. I was loving everything I was seeing. But after a while, it's like I started seeing that Sonetta and them was about that cash. Now, I've never been the type of hate on the dude about getting money. I feel like everybody, you gotta go chase that dollar, man. Don't chase it to work in worship way, but chase it to better yourself and provide for your family. I've always been the person that like, yo, I'm after that money, man, to better me and better myself and better my family. So, but I seen like it felt like it was all about the money, and that like they was using African spirituality and black power to make gain. They wasn't using it just to uplift the people. They was using it to get money and ride around in Benzes. Now I put my videos on YouTube. Some of them get views, some of them don't get views. But one thing that I don't do, I don't even really check like what the money that I done made. To be honest with you, I really don't care because everything that I'm bringing to you. Now, if a person want to donate to me or help out my cause of what I'm doing, more power to them and more power to us so we could better ourselves. But it's not all about the money at the end of the day. It's about the message. So when I seen people start doing that, man, and I need you to finance this, I need you to finance that, and when I already see people coming and buying for your lectures, and I already see you promoting clothes and red pill and blue pill, promoting jewelry and stuff, which I'm cool with, which I respect at the end of the day. But what I was seeing from Sonetta was like he was kind of hungry for the money. And me being the person that I am, I I I I acknowledge stuff like that. I see stuff like that and it pisses me off and I start feeling a type of way. But at first, man, when I was first seeing it, I was just trying to say to myself, like, nah, 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 nah. This ain't about the money, man. These brothers trying to help black people out. Until I seen young Pharaoh them and a host of others talking about, Polite done robbed me for this. Not literal, robbery, but as in scamming. And when so many people came out and showed up the truth, man, that's when I really started harboring feelings like, come on, bruh, how you sitting up here, man, stealing the black people money when you supposed to be helping them out? And another thing that I don't respect about the conscious community, why? Because just because you know somebody, that don't means you got to take their side. I have family members in my family that have said stuff to me and they was wrong, and whether or not they was my elder or a youngin, I still had to let them know, like, nah, man, I don't agree with that. If you do anything that's some sucker shit, I'm not gonna agree with it, and I'm not gonna try to never mind. That's like how I see people be doing with snitches. We got a rule: no snitching. Don't talk to cops. Don't give them no evidence. But some people a snitch, and you would know they snitch, and then be like, well, he ain't snitch on me, so I don't care. That's still a sucker move. That's a sucker move. That means that you condone snitching. Now, if you don't live that street life and you a tax-paying citizen, you have every right in your power to call the police because you're not in that life. But if you in the streets and all that, bruh, and you committing crimes, you can't respect nobody that's telling. You have a law and a code that you gotta abide by everything that you do. You know, so that's what my problem that I have with the conscious community. Like as far as with Ankh, my aunt, and all the other people, you know, when Pharaoh brought up their information shows that, oh, you snitching on this person, you was doing this, you doing that, but you still chilling with these people. These people are still being surrounded by people that we look at as our elders and who we respect. And how can we continue to respect you if you chilling around with vermins, the scum of the earth? Like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect by no way, but at the end of the day, man, it's certain shit that I take and certain shit that I don't take. It's certain shit that you do and certain shit that you do. You certain shit that you do and certain shit that you don't do. We all have our mistakes in life and we all have fell short of perfection. But that don't mean you can't strive to be that way. That doesn't mean that you can't strive to be a real individual. So if you gonna chill around people that's scamming people, putting dirt on people, using people, promoting the conscious community in the wrong way, then you are a part of the problem. It's time to and I don't mean to use a Bible terms. It's time to separate the wheat from the tares. It's time to separate the real from the fake. If you're going to go all the way through with this conscious image that you are portraying to the world, then go full throttle. That means anything that could bring you down in that shape or form or fashion, you have to rid yourself of it. So all of these fake scholars, snitches, crackheads, everybody that's trying to sit up there and feed you knowledge, and they not, how can I say, promoting it the right way and living a life that they teach. I don't care if you smoke weed or whatever, smoke cigarettes, whatever you do, drink. I don't care about that. But I do care about how you uphold your image. It's not about the drugs that you use, even though I feel like if you smoke crack, you be gone. You do any hard, real hard drugs, be gone. But it's not necessarily about that. It's about the message that you're bringing in the life that you're living. If you're living a fake life, then what good are you to our community? And I shouldn't even say our community because, truth be told, I really don't consider myself a part of the conscious community. I did at a point, but now I don't. So all I'm asking, shakka ahmose, red and blue pill, and all the real scholars that's out there trying to do something positive and uplift your people, all I ask you to do is to weed out the fake niggas. Weed out the frauds. Get them out. Even if you using a platforms, make your own platform. It's easy to set up your phone and record yourself and bring your message to the people. But when you are using fake platforms, and I don't mean as in fake platforms as in posing as another person, but I'm talking about fake platforms that's not for the people, who are just there for money. You have to weed out those people. You have to get away from that circle. And until then, until you do that, the conscious community will always have problems. It will always be struggle. It will always be bullshit, because the thing about it, when you got venom inside of the body, it not only affects that certain part, but it travels through the blood and attacks the heart. The heart being the true scholars who really want to do something positive. So if you got venom inside of the body of the Supreme, eventually the body will die. Eventually the fake will hurt the real. And eventually the real will become the fake. Influence is everything. The influence of the world and the influence of other people is everything. So if you have venom in that one specific spot, it will spread to the whole body and ruin everything that we're trying to build. It's your brother, Broad Day 23, man. And I think I'm going to change my name back to Conscious Image instead of Black Image TV. Not saying that anything against black. I'm a black person. But I want you to understand, man, that I am the true definition of conscious. But I may keep it at Black Image TV. It really don't matter to me what the name is. I just want to get the message out to you guys. Stay safe, man. Everybody stay blessed, man. And I'll holler at y'all later, man.